Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. See, it's not all knockoffs on this channel. Sometimes I delve into some of the third-party items. Giving credit where credit is due, I got this bad boy from Sir Toys, and since then I have squished the box. This is of course Hot Soldiers HS-07 Ironhide, or Iron Tin. They call him. He's a heavy soldier. This is basically their version of a G1 style, I would say mini masterpiece, because these Hot Soldier figures are pretty darn good. As you probably remember, I reviewed their Sound Blaster or Sound Board with Ratbat. There we have the image on the front there, which is the Collector's Edition G1 style. These are of course the brainchild of Spike Art. You may remember him from doing all of the little scale cards, etc. And a strong warrior of justice. It includes snap-on weapons and accessories. Without further ado, let's crack him open. And here we have him out of his plastic prison. He's actually really fun. He's made of a very solid plastic, very much on par with the likes of Iron Factory and DX9 for their mini warriors. He also comes with a very nice sled, which doubles up as his canopy for the van. Again, this is G1 toy inspired, but of course we actually have a head and upper torso. We get all of these various different weapons, and they do plug in nicely. I was slightly confused because this was plugged into this tab here and I had no idea where this could go, so you just unplug this, tab it in using the rear tab, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. There you go, you have a sled with weaponry, and of course that is the roof of the vehicle. We get 2 Energon cubes, which is a nice little addition. We get a collector's card, 10 for courage. Nice. Minibus mode. There we go. And there we have Ironhide. He looks fabulous, doesn't he? Really, really nice version of the little dude. Not perfect, but very good nonetheless. We've got some kind of shavings here at the top where it's come off its sprue and it's been left a little bit untidy. These pins on top are quite prominent, but all in all, he's a very nice little soldier. Let's take a closer look at that sculpt. For a guy this size, that's a very good resemblance to Ironhide. I like the way the wheels tuck on the inside there. Backpack is pretty minimal. We've got this peg on the back for his weaponry to be pegged on. Articulation wise, the head can look up and down. We can go left and right, and we can tilt side to side. The shoulders are on ball mounts, so they can go up quite nicely and they go all the way around without any hindrance. We have a ball jointed elbow bend, so again up and down motion is nice, and we do get pivoting left and right. We have fixed hands. They're fixed in this position and there's no rotation on them. There's no rotation on the waist, no up and down motion. The legs come forwards and backwards. You can come out to the side, some hindrance coming out to the side unless we bring them up and around. We get upper thigh rotation, and we get a nice deep bend on that knee, and we get some up and down motion on his tootsies. So with a combination of nice stiff joints and some pretty awesome posability, he can be quite dynamic for a boxy bot. Right, now I don't have many of the G1 minibots to compare Ironhide to. I'm not sure if you're all aware, but there's a very distinct rivalry in the Chinese third-party market. It's kind of a dog-eat-dog world, and there are 2 very distinct scales. There is the likes of DX9 and Iron Factory that are producing Legends scale figures that scale very well with the current Legends lineup, and there's also the Mech Fan Toys and Mech Planet that produce the slightly larger, above scaled figures. Now, Mech Fan Toys basically bootleg everything done by Iron Factory and DX9 and make it larger, such as the Galvatron or the Devastator, whereas Mech Planet come out with their own original designs. But if we look at the Sound Blaster and Soundwave, for example, there is a very distinct size difference. So if you just have Legends figures, like from the likes of Hasbro, DX9 or Iron Factory, then the likes of this Ironhide will be too big for your collection. But if you've decided to go for this slightly upscaled from Mech Planet and Mech Fan Toys, then he would fit in perfectly. Right, now let's get Ironhide transformed up into his vehicle mode. I'll straighten up the head, collapse that down between the shoulders, straighten up those arms, lift them, rotate them out and bring them back around to the side, rotate this joint and then rotate this one upwards, disengage this piece here and then lift from this underside and rotate this front piece all the way around. I mean, so would that class as waist rotation as well? Not really, I guess, because you have to disengage everything to get it to move. Now, from this point, you want to take a look at the back of these legs, and they're going to fold down, and they're going to collapse back on themselves. Untab these shin pieces so that they lift up, slide down over the feet, and then slide back in. We could then tab these legs together like this, push the feet downwards, extend these side panels, push this torso piece downwards. So this allows all of this to come up. Two circular tabs in those ball sockets, they are going to correspond with those two circular nubs on the chassis of the van. Secure those into place, bring these pieces over, flip the wheels down at the front. I love how that works. It's so much easier than the official Masterpiece transformation. And then we can just close and tab these off, make sure everything's tabbed in. You can actually store the guns on the underside here. They just clip into the corresponding tab. Now with the sled, you can take all of the additional pieces off, but you can actually keep this on. This can remain on. These notches here are going to line up with the notches in the fists. That's all going to push and tab in nice and firmly. And now I got this additional bar with my Ironhide. I'm not entirely sure if I'm meant to. I believe it's the ambulance light bar that you would get with Ratchet, but I got mine with Ironhide. Not entirely sure if I was meant to, but this really reminds me of kind of like a Matchbox vehicle, and it rolls really well. I mean, he's small, but he's not tiny small. This is a very good size. I believe it's them that are doing an Optimus Prime as well. I'm looking forward to that. Mind you, the Generation Toy Optimus Prime, the mini one, that does look quite nice. If not, there was the, was it THQ or something like that? They'd done a Galaxy Convoy and also done a G1 inspired Optimus Prime. I was wondering how they would scale with Ironhide, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing their own Optimus, and very much looking forward to that. See, now in his vehicle mode, I think he actually scales much better with the GX9 and Iron Factory kind of figures, as opposed to the oversized versions from Mech Fan Toys, but that's my personal opinion. Now, I know Sir Toys also has the Wei Zhang oversized version of the Hot Soldiers Ratchet. I believe it's the Hot Soldiers version. It just seems very strange. They've oversized a lot of their Legends figures to Voyager class, and they've done the same with one of these Ratchets. So that's a very odd move on their behalf, but hey, who am I to judge? At the end of the day, they're knockoffs. This is actually an original design, and props to Spike Art and Mech Planet, they've done a very good job. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe to this new knockoff channel. I've included a link in the description below where you can purchase this from Sir Toys. Until next time, from myself and Iron Tin, thanks for watching, goodbye.